What's up, guys? Ryan Judd Patrol back. Another video. Today we have the exclusive clone Commando boss from Hot Toys. Shout out to Pop Collectibles for getting this to me super fast. I've got piles of other figures that have been delivered lately that I need to get videos finished up on, but I wanted to put Commando boss on the front line and get this knocked out. So I do have Magnetos here. What else? Prowlers here. Deadpool battling version. There's a pile of them, but boss, you know, he's the boss, so I kicked him up to the front of the line. Box art is typical Star Wars box art. There's really not a whole lot to talk about here. If you own a Star Wars figure, then you pretty much know what you're going to get. You got a sleeve, you got some artwork on the front, you got all the whodunits on the back. And you get a photo of the figure right there, which looks awesome. The only downside to this figure right off the bat is it's a limited edition release, which kind of sucks. But let's open it up, see what's inside, pose it up, have some fun with this thing. So how awesome does this guy look right off the bat? Well, pretty freaking awesome. The white, the orange, the black, the light up visor. We got 3 button cell batteries going on in the head sculpt, so that lights up. Although, I'll show you in a little bit, you don't actually need to have them lit up. Just like the previous Imperial Commandos and Scorch, it looks just fine without them lit up, but for the sake of the video, I lit them up so you guys could see. Posing wise, just a quick little pose, kind of looking downrange, getting ready to engage with whoever happens to be in front. We've got a magnetic backpack, which we saw with Hunter, and well, actually all the Bad Batch, we saw that, but it's pretty much the same backpack. We saw that without the antenna. We don't have any crazy metal antennas that we're going to worry about breakages. Thankfully, that's good. However, it would have been nice if we had some more weaponry for this guy. Like you know, the Commandos were properly outfitted with all kinds of cool weaponry in the games, and they gave us, well, not a lot. We got 2 pistol blasters. We've got his DC-17A, I believe that's what that is. Correct me in the comment section, I know somebody will. But we're missing all kinds of other weapons that they use in the game, and honestly, I think they even had more weaponry in the Bad Batch show. I think they did. But regardless of that, maybe I'll 3D print me some weapons and then I'll kind of go from that. That might be a thing, video for a future time. The orange looks freaking awesome. We'll put them next to Scorch. So we got that. And then, of course, Hot Toys has teased us with other Delta Squad members. So hopefully we get those soon. This guy came out really fast, but essentially he's a repaint. I mean, come on, really? It was easy for them. They changed the molds, changed the lines from where the goes a white to orange or yellow to gray or whatever, and just repainted it. Posability wise, it's pretty much the same as every other trooper. Plenty of range of motion down in the ankles, double bend on the knees, double pin on elbows, ratcheted legs going on the hips. So we got ratcheted hips, and then going up, you're going to get the range of motion out of the torso that you would expect from a trooper. So not a whole lot going on there, but it's enough. In fact, they added a little piece of plastic to separate the crotchal region, I guess, from the ab section so it doesn't rub on the, and get paint rub on in transit. So there's that. I think this guy looks freaking sick, and I'm glad he's in the collection. We'll have some fun posing him, but as far as the details go, I think they're actually quite good. Let's do a quick comparison. We'll get to the accessories in a little bit. They're not all exciting, the accessories. All right, so Imperial Commando on the left, we got Scorch on the right, and obviously we got Boss in the middle. The paint schemes obviously are different. The coloration of the white section looks identical, so they match very well, which is nice. Outside of that, it repaints, mostly repaints. Which one's better than Boss kind of really stands out in the crowd, I think. What do you guys think? Do you have a favorite here? Or when we get the other ones coming in, do you have a favorite Commando? Let's throw that out. Do you have a favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. As it sits right now by Hot Toys, I know these aren't perfect. I know, I get it. I understand. They're not perfect representations. However, it's what we got. So what are you going to do? I don't know. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to add them to the collection and then pose them and do cool things with them. So that's that. I still love the paint application on this guy. Now, I do have all of their helmets lit up. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So they're all lit up. They're all looking awesome. But right now, if I had to pick a favorite, partial to the orange and the blue, just because it's a cool color combo. So for right now, Boss wins. Another post for you guys. I've got him holding the data pad. The hand they give you, which is this generic open gesturing hand, to hold the data pad, it doesn't hold it very well. There's no friction to it, I guess, if you will. I would use maybe a bit of blue tack or something like that, or just have the hand tilted so gravity's working with you, like I have it here. But it works just fine. I will tell you, getting the blasters in the hands, whichever one, because I've switched hands right here, you definitely, I'd recommend heating them up, because they are just like every other clone. For whatever reason, they just made it extremely difficult to, I guess they oversized the weapons or undersized the hands. I'm not sure. The grip on the weapons is too thick. So there's that. But if you own a clone trooper, then you are aware of that. If you're new to this, you can heat up the hands with like a hair dryer. You don't have to go crazy with it, just so they're more malleable. That's simple as that. I wouldn't overdo it. But I think this guy looks pretty sick. I'm not sure which pose I'm going to go with just yet, which weapon, dual wielding blaster pistols. I don't know, but he's definitely going to have a weapon in the hand. And the accessories are going to be stored in that backpack because it opens up. Love that. Wish we had more figures that actually had that capacity, but we don't. I know everybody wanted to see what Boss looked like next to Artisan Anakin. I know you did. But here they are. Artisan Anakin on the left, Commando Boss on the right, and clearly Anakin is taller, as he should be. If we brought Vader out here, it'd be even taller. So there's that. But recent releases by Hot Toys, some absolute bangers. I mean, come on. How do you not like that? So, hey, if you didn't check out my review on Artisan Anakin, light side or dark side, both of them are up on the channel. Go check them out now. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Back to the video. These guys look pretty sick together. Will I pose them together? Yeah, probably not. But I mean, I could. But, you know, there we go. I think, honestly, I'm just having fun because it's a new clone in the collection that I didn't have before. So that's pretty cool. But you guys can let me know your thoughts down below. Let's get back to another pose. All right, let's get on the accessories of this guy, which is not a whole lot, honestly. We've got a display stand, which looks nice. There's a significant amount of weathering on it that we don't usually see, so there's a lot of weathering. Normal crotch grabber. It says Clone Commando Boss right there. Really nothing to write home about. If you've seen a Star Wars stand, you've seen them all. But this one, just the weathering, the dry brushing stood out on this one to me versus some other ones we've had in the past. He does have this awesome backpack. Let me get this guy out of the way. That's a little distracting. This awesome backpack, which we've seen before, but it's always nice to have. Magnets, it got some felt padding on the back, so we don't have to worry about scratching up paint. And it does open up. There is a hinge right there. And you kind of got to work it a little bit, but once you get it open, nicely done. So we can put all our hands, the pistol blasters, which I don't know if I'm going to use pistol blasters or not, or I'm going to use the DC-17M. Somewhere in the video, I call it the DC-17A. And it is a DC-17M. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. Either way, the orange on here, the weathering on it, there's just weathering all. There is not a clean panel anywhere on the figure or the backpack, which is nicely done. Nice orange, nice blues. And I like the blue kind of like is over, kind of like splotched across the panel there. It doesn't light up. That would be next level cool, but you know, it doesn't. But we got nice weathering everywhere on here. Nice gray, graphite colors going on. And of course, like I said, you can put the accessories in there. I like that very much. We do have a data pad, which I can't remember another figure we've had this on, so I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've seen this. Would love to have one like light up and like do things. I know somebody out there in the maker community could make that happen with a tiny little LCD screen or LED. However, it would be pretty sick. Or at least maybe I can modify it and have these lights blink. Like that might be a thing. I might be able to do that. But this is nicely done. It's just a sticker. There's nothing crazy going on there. It's a sticker. But there is nice weathering. It's not completely clean. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool piece. And I'll probably end up using it because, like I said, first time seeing this. And, you know, it's new for the figure. So we have seen this guy before. You can focus for me. We have seen this guy before. Nothing really to write home about with this one. But if you haven't seen this, pretty cool weapon. It doesn't have the modularity like it did in the video game, where it would like modify like sniper rifles and all kinds of different crazy stuff and weapons attachments. I mean, we get two pistol blasters and we get this guy, whereas we really should have a whole array of weapons. If you remember the 501st Deluxe set, the Clone Troopers set. They had all the weapons. They had rocket launchers, grenade, droid poppers, rotary blast. It had everything. Jetpacks, it had it all. We really should have had that with this, but this is what we have. The stock or the grip here is definitely thick, so getting it to fit in the hand, you're gonna have to heat those up to make it work, or you just have to fight with it for a little bit. But it's nicely done. A couple DC 17 blasters as I dropped them. Pistol blasters, nothing crazy going on with these guys. If you've seen them once, you've seen them all. There's really nothing going on with those. And then hands-wise, we get a pile of them. So there's obviously 2 already on the figure. And then we have some gesturing hands. These are the hands that come on the figure straight out of the box. Nice paint application, nice weathering throughout, all through the orange and the white section. But we got a gesturing hand for the left. We've got this gesturing, I'm gonna call it a support hand. Oh, this kind of a gesturing hand, but it's more of a support hand for the right. We've got a pointing hand for the left. And then we've got obviously a right and left weapon holding hand. And then we have another kind of open palm hand that's on the figure itself. So that's the hands, that's the accessories. Let's get on to the figure. As you can see, this guy is absolutely awesome. I mean, the orange, the blue, looks great. I don't have it lit up right now. I don't know where I'm at in this video, but the batteries are dead, so there's that. They're dead, so I'm not even bothered. But you don't need them lit up. You don't need them. Look at it right here. They're painted just like the other Imperial Commandos we got. And with Scorch, they're painted beautifully. But this guy, obviously, with the iconic orange and white paint job with the blue visor, just looks epic. We turn around the back, the orange carries up, mostly on the top section. All the bottom section is all that white. It's kind of an off-white, and it's all weathered, and it looks awesome. But the standout is definitely the orange and white paint scheme. It looks freaking cool. I like it. So you can see some detail. We got black pieces here, black inserts, almost graphite color, almost like graphite. I would go with that. The orange that goes around the back with the graphite in the middle, weathering everywhere. We've got this black band that goes around the side. It's just a mean looking dude. Absolutely awesome. So we got an orange and black pauldron on the right, and our shoulder armor, and then we got a white and orange and black, like tricolored on his left. So it looks cool. Triangle here on the bicep armor. It's just a good looking piece, man. Weathering, shading everywhere. Like I said, there's not a clean bit of armor anywhere on this guy. So range of motion, we got double bends everywhere you expect it. Double bend on the elbow, double bend on the knee. Not a lot of ab crunch, or non-existent actually. Some torso twists. If you're careful, don't overdo it. You don't want to be breaking things, because this is going to be a very hard figure to replace if you do. So I'm being somewhat careful with mine. The head, I was expecting some more movement out of the neck area. I don't know why, but I wanted some more movement. And honestly, the neck doesn't really do much of anything. It's pretty fixed. So don't try and force it. It's not going to work. But you do have a ball joint where you can do 360s on that and look up and look down. But I wanted some more. I wanted some more motion there in the neck to be able to get some more expressiveness out of the poses. But unfortunately, I was let down on that one, so that's no good. Red dots going on down the chest armor here. I mean, it looks great. We got side, plenty of range of motion there. Soft clone undergarment. Ratchets going up and back. So, I mean, he can look or step up pretty far back. Backwards or forwards. Backwards, not so much. And then a double bend on the knee. So we got plenty of range of motion there. While posing it, I think you got to be careful and make sure these bicep armors are pointing in the right direction. But the knee armor, since they're on an elastic band, gets out of whack, and you'll start posing it and it'll look like that, or it just looks weird. So once you get it posed, make sure you get the knee armor going in the right direction, and then pretty much a ball joint on the ankle. Outside of that, proportions look great, colors look great. I think it's a good looking figure. So the question is, do I like this figure? Of course I like this figure. It's awesome. Magnetic backpack, love that. Don't have to worry about straps, don't have to worry about anything like that. The magnets are strong. It has a compartment in there I can store the other accessories. That's cool. And before anybody asks, it does not come with the rotary blaster that I showed previously. I have a lot of clones. I figured he should have one. I'm probably going to display mine somewhat similar like this, with the blaster in one hand and the data pad on the other. probably going to do that because it's a unique accessory that no other figures have. So I kind of like displaying those. Might be kind of cool. The other hands wise, you know, it's got a few hands. Doesn't come with a lot of accessories. I just wish Hot Toys would have made more of them so some of you guys who missed out on this would be able to get one in the future and complete the squad. If Hot Toys is actually going to complete the Delta squad, it'd be really sucky to miss out on this particular, or actually any of them, you know, and not be able to complete the squad, which is very frustrating, as those who are trying to complete the Bad Batch with Crosshair are finding out. So, you know, that's one of those things. But I think Hot Toys absolutely nailed this. I have successfully left the battery on in the head and killed, or the lights on in the head and killed the battery. So good job me on that one. I went and made a steak and some asparagus and bacon, and it was really good. And then I forgot that the lights were on. So batteries are dead. Good job, Hot Toys, on that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is this something you want to pick up? Did you pick it up? Are you missing it? Are you angry that you missed it? And let me know your thoughts on upcoming videos. Magneto, Spider-Punk, what else? Prowler, Deadpool, a lot of stuff. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Appreciate it very much. As always, collect what you like. See you next time.